We're going to review what I consider to be a very important concept in marketing in today's environment. As we discussed very briefly in Chapter 1, is about customer relationship management, about keeping our profitable, satisfied customers as long as we can. I will touch on this very briefly. There are some examples of things that companies do with regard to CRM. However, bear in mind that these are only examples and that many companies do things very differently, that things change almost daily as to what they're doing. So most of these are just examples of things that companies do. So please bear that in mind. Okay, let's define what this is. It is a comprehensive implementation that provides seamless coordination, we hope, between all customer-facing functions by integrating people, process, and technology to maximize the relationships with all customers. I would change that. I would say all profitable customers, because you retain customers that are problematic. The purpose of this, again, is to attain and retain satisfied, profitable customers in your organization. Why? Well, it's fairly straightforward. CRM, again, allows us to maintain relationships with our good customers, and that's exactly what you want to do. It takes a lot of resources to get customers. It's much easier to retain the ones you have, so that's the whole purpose. This is just one of the many stats that's given for CRM, is that this is an example of a cell phone industry. If a company loses $500,000, it does lose $500,000 in revenue for every 1% of customers it loses. Now, if you remember back a couple years ago, Netflix changed its pricing structure. We'll talk about that when we get to pricing. But many of their customers were very unhappy with that. And it wasn't that it was a lot of money. It's more the way they went about doing it. But they lost a lot of customers. Their stock prices plummeted. And they're doing better now, but it took a long time to recover from that. So think about just 1% of your customers. And if you're a big company, you may not even notice losing 1%. But that's $500,000 in revenue. So think about what happens when you lose your good customers. Not a good thing to do. Now, CRM is nothing new. Companies have been trying to retain relationships with good customers forever. The difference today is that it's being done through technology. So we'll talk about that quite a bit. And there are companies who are still doing CRM but have no technology involved. But for the most part, this is being driven by technology. 51% of companies, and again, this changes all the time, so these are just examples. These are changeable, and numbers and facts and figures change daily with CRM. That a formal CRM program means using the IT tools to achieve incremental business improvements when CRM works. Anytime you introduce technology into your organization, you have problems with perhaps it doesn't work correctly, and so on. For example, when I was trying to get this class up and running, it took almost 3 months to keep this system from crashing when I was recording classes. Not a good thing, and we were concerned that we were going to have to put presentations out there that kept crashing for you guys. So hopefully that is not happening, but realize how fragile technology is and how it can change so much of what you're trying to do. Now, think back to when we talked about the evolution of marketing and those different marketing philosophies. 65% of these companies define CRM as moving from that product or production concentration to more of a customer concentration for their marketing philosophy. 41% say it's making integrated customer contact information available in real time. Think about what your salespeople can do out there in a customer's office, if they can go into a CRM system and see what the customer has done, what they purchased, what they haven't purchased. Better yet, if you need to see what's in inventory, you can go online right there in their office with a CRM system and see what is in inventory, so they may or may not be able to get it. It really doesn't make any difference what size your company is. There are CRM systems for small, medium, and large organizations, and it really doesn't matter what industry about maintaining those relationships, and today we do it primarily through technology. What are we trying to do? What are we trying to attain? Well, customer knowledge. What do we know about you? And again, remember things like your Kroger Plus cards or your Speedy Reward cards with Speedway, or anything you have with Delta, if you have a Delta frequent flyer card. What they're doing with that information is gathering information about you so that they have knowledge of what you do. They're trying to retain your loyalty, such as with the Kroger Plus card. You get discounts on products, but you also have that those gas points racking up, and that's a good thing. So they're trying to get you to come to them when you do your shopping. To retain you, they want to retain the profitable customers, and you also can track customer satisfaction. Usually, if you have a CRM system, if a customer calls in with a problem or a complaint or a return, that goes into the system. Hopefully by now you know that it is not profitable to hang on to every customer. It absolutely is not. You can segment your customers, and segmentation is part of this chapter, chapter 7. You can segment them into amount that they purchase, how much they spend, how often they spend, and so on. But clearly you want to keep the profitable, non-problematic customer. Give the other guys to your competition. These are just examples of the impact that a CRM system can have when it works. Okay, the initiative for a $1 billion company, here are all the possible returns on that investment. Examples of what analytics or metrics companies retain on customers. Now, we've talked about metrics, how important that is in marketing today, and these again are just examples of some of the metrics or analytics that companies can retain. Your customer profile, what kind of customer campaign you should use for this group of individuals, user segmentation, and so on. What gets analyzed, there's your lifetime value. Now, if you take discounts on products, if you have, like a weekend where you have sales, you can analyze what impact that sale had on your revenue, and sometimes sales have a very negative impact. Campaign effectiveness, if you do something in the Super Bowl, let's say you buy a $3 million ad for the Super Bowl, did it have any impact? CRM can help you analyze that, and so on and so on. There are literally thousands of pieces that can be analyzed, and there are many books available in the marketplace today on CRM. CRM is a business strategy. It shouldn't be just about the technology. Remember, we've been doing CRM forever. It isn't just about technology. Don't let technology drive your CRM system. Don't let that happen. The problem, and this is the dark side of CRM, almost half of all planned CRM implementations will be based on technology initiatives alone and will fail to address metrics, behaviors, and processes. Remember, your objectives, your goals, your mission statement, what you're trying to attain should drive every decision you make in the organization, including CRM. While many of today's database and CRM systems do a good job of capturing customer data, they can't make decisions. We, individuals using that data, have to make the decisions. Okay, so that's a really, really, really brief overview of CRM. Your book goes into it a little more detail. If you're interested in this, and those of you who are information systems or supply chain majors along with marketing, you may very well be involved in some kind of CRM system in an organization. So you might want to, go online to the library and look at articles on CRM. That's not a bad idea. And just understand what it is. Also understand CRM from the customer side, that companies are collecting data on you. So if there's something you're doing that you don't want them to know about, you probably ought to stop it. Okay? All right. We will continue on. Hope you're having a good day. Contact me if you need something.